Hi, and congratulations on completing week five, exegesis of prophecy, where we've been looking at Habakkuk and how to understand this prophet in different ways. So for week five, and I wanted to let you know that I am going to grade the assignments looking purely at just what kind of depth did you go into, as the wording of them was a bit interesting, and I'm not sure exactly what Dr. Meek was looking for as he wrote them, and therefore I'm trying to use a little bit of leeway in the way I grade. That doesn't mean that students can put in nothing, but if I wanted to see what you came up with and how you interpreted the instructions, and we'll get to that. But our goals were to create outlines of a prophetic passage, and that is where one of these comes in, is what kind of outline was called for. You were to complete a word study on an important Hebrew word, and then finally to complete a cultural background study of Hebrew terms in Habakkuk. So on the word study, Gil, which is often translated glad, but has a wide range of translation. In Habakkuk 1:15, you're to write a 5-page paper that identifies the Hebrew word, shows and summarizes all occurrences in the Old Testament organized by Pentateuch, poetry, and prophets, and then synthesizes the research on the word using meaning out of Brown, Drivers, and Brigg, or Halo, or commentaries, or Logos, and justifies a particular rendering of the word and argues its significance in understanding the meaning. Okay, so with that, and a couple of folks used Logos, which is a great way to do this because that ensures you pick up every single use of the word. Some use Brown, Driver, Briggs as their primary, and that's fine as well. I was looking for an in-depth study that looks at the full range of meaning of this word throughout the Old Testament. I then wanted to see how did you, in paragraph format, really research the development of the word, its use in different contexts, and then how that contextual study of the word helped to impact what you came up with in Habakkuk. I also wanted to see an in-depth conclusion discussing how this might be used in understanding the passage in a more meaningful way. So I wanted to see lots of interaction with research, lots of interaction with evidence, and then some good analysis and discussion. And so on this, I felt the assignment was fairly clear. However, in assignment 5.2, the cultural context paper, the bulk of this paper is really a paragraph format about what you're finding contextually about the passage, especially in light of 3 terms: fishhook, dragnet, and thrownet. But it also asks you to look at a outline, which seems to be confusing because we do that in depth in week 6, and yet you have these lectures in week 5. So what I was looking for is a paragraph type 3-page paper that goes in depth on fishhook, dragnet, and thrownet, and how those help us to understand Habakkuk. I would have liked to seen, but I took off very little if you didn't have it. I wanted to see an expanded, just regular outline, not theological, not homiletical, but just a regular outline of Habakkuk, and how these 3 terms, fishhook, dragnet, and thrownet, are related or come into play in your outline. I was looking for 7 academic sources, since that is specifically mentioned here in the instruction. And then it says beneath each outline. Well, realistically, I was looking for 1 outline, and I wanted you to provide a paragraph that explains or justifies your outline structure. I personally, and I haven't reached out to Russ Meek, Dr. Meek yet on this, I think that is actually a mistake. So I tried to be as lenient as I can while still being true to what I think is his intent for this assignment. We didn't have any discussion post, which was helpful for the Easter weekend. And those were our assignments. That's it. Everybody did really pretty well. I had a couple of assignments that needed some improvement in various areas that I just discussed. But on the whole, folks did a good job. I'm looking to move into week 6 as we really come downhill on the backside of the course and move towards our week 8 conclusion. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.